Hello. Yeah, no, I'm up. We're up. We're good. Pat's already up. We've been so excited about this, don't worry about it. Yeah, no, we'll see you in 20. Dude, I'm not kidding. Get up.
Welcome to Pillitteri Estates Winery. It's negative 10 degrees Celsius right now, and we're getting ready to pick ice wine grapes.
Up until now, it's really warm and sunny and glamorous, and we really like the wine industry.
We like that.
Yeah.
Today is very different. Ice wine. So these grapes are frozen.
Yes, it's a regular type grape. This is 1 o'clock in the morning, and we're out here, and that's the best time of the night to pick because that's when it's coldest, all the way through the night.
So that's the only reason we're doing this at night.
Yeah, exactly.
All winter, or?
Well, you know what? We only get a few windows to pick. And so we need -8 Celsius or colder. -10 is perfect. And we've had periods of time where we get a 20-hour window. And if it's 20 hours, we work 20 hours. If it's the longest I've ever worked is 26.5 hours with my 4-man crew. But you know what? When you can pick 200 ton at once,
200 tons.
it makes a huge difference.
So it's us three and somebody else tonight?
Yeah, that's right.
So we have just bushels? What are we doing here?
In the old days, we had bushels, but now we use mechanical harvesters. And I would say with global warming, it was a concern, but mechanical harvesting is the dream come true for us. We're standing in front of some red grape varieties, but the white grape varieties show us a difference in color. So a white grape variety is green in color, and as it freezes and thaws probably 20, 30 times, you know, every morning, every night, on and off, it starts to turn brown. Now, it can't rot because it's freezing temperatures, or close to freezing.
Okay.
So this brown color changes the flavor of the grape. As the grapes are staying on the vine, what happens is the grapes start to decompose to a certain degree. So there's a time factor in here, and if we don't pick the grapes quick enough in the season, if it's February, March, all of a sudden the grapes are dehydrating, and we got all this bird netting on, and the birds are coming at these grapes all day long.
I thought the birds were all down south.
Oh, we wish they were,
Yeah.
right? Those starlings don't want to leave. You know, right here at this location, we got almost 50 acres of grapes here. And from one end of the field to the other, it's 1 kilometer long. And there's just massive amounts of grapes here, and this is a feast.
So these grapes, to be clear, they were on the vines in the summer.
Exactly. So it's a very high risk. There's very few places in the world that can produce ice wine.
That's a lot of interesting stuff. I want to know, you got all this netting, how are you getting the grapes out?
Well, the machine harvester straddles the row. It's got these beater bars, and it goes down and it starts banging on top of the netting, and it shakes them out and drops them through. And it's really incredible because we're only traveling at about 3 kilometers an hour, but over time, we're able to pick as much as 100 people are picking.
You got some straddling, some banging. We're starting to warm up a little bit.
I know.
Banger
At least.
bar. I've heard that term before, but never in this industry.
If we don't pick enough tonight, we're in big trouble.
Exactly.
So the heat is on. No pun intended.
Is it?
Yep. So I've got to get running.
Okay,
All right,
I'm ready to
let's
go.
do it.
Ready to work.
Thanks, Jamie.
Well, since it's very cold, those grape harvesters are designed to pick grapes in moderate temperatures. Since ice wine, it's always -10, -12 Celsius. Those rubber belts, they stop, they get sticky, you don't want to turn anymore, so we developed technology to heat those belts. We also modify the picking system a little bit. We learned what kind of netting we have to use to shake the grapes with the harvester out of the netting. We got it down to the point where it works very well.
Richard, good morning.
Morning, guys. Welcome.
We've spent the whole night in the field. Now we're here. You're just joining us. First question, how come you weren't out in the field?
Every year I'm out here, guys. This is first year for you. I'm glad you can give me a little bit of a hard time. As soon as the grapes come in, we immediately press them as fast as we can. It's a nice process where we actually use these insulated bins to keep them at that ice wine -8 or colder temperature. And then we move them into the hopper where we're going to sort through, and we're going to put them into the baskets, which are eventually going to be pressed in our small basket presses.
That's a small one? Are there bigger ones?
Yeah, that's a 1-ton press. We actually have some over here which are 20, 30-ton presses. So these little guys right here put a lot more pressure on them, and we're able to get actually juice out of that rock hard frozen grape.
So these are specific presses just for ice wine?
Yeah, we bring them in from Italy. There's a few other wineries that have them as well, and they're incredible because they use actually about 100 times the amount of pressure for pressing the grape.
So you press it down and you just continue to increase the pressure for,
yeah,
like you
so
said,
about
90
every
minutes?
half an hour we'll increase it by 100 bar.
So the juice comes out, juice gets pumped into the tank, and what's the next step?
We wait.
What do you mean we wait?
We wait like till tomorrow?
We'll see.
All right,
We're gonna freeze to death.
we'll get comfortable. To the Cubby Cave!
Ice wine is a sweet dessert wine made from grapes that have naturally frozen on the vine. In the fall, when grapes are normally harvested, the temperature can hover above and below freezing, altering the flavor profile of the grapes that ice wine is known for. Once that temperature drops below -8 degrees Celsius, the grapes can legally be harvested following the rules laid out by the Vintners Quality Alliance. At that cold temperature, the water inside the berry freezes to ice, so the berries are solid like marbles. Under high pressure and cold temperature, the concentrated juice is pressed out from the frozen berries, using a basket press to release a juice rich in sugar, acid, and flavor. The resulting juice is a very hostile environment for the yeast to ferment into wine. There is so much sugar in the juice, it stresses the cells by drawing water out of the yeast, causing them to shrink in size, slowing their growth, and prolonging the fermentation for weeks. The yeast finally give up, leaving about half the sugar remaining in the wine. The final product is a rich, flavorful dessert wine, also known as the nectar of the gods.
Thank you so much for watching CorkScrewed TV, and encourage you to subscribe to our channel so that any episodes of media that comes out, you'll be the first to know. And I'm looking at you.
Well, good morning, guys. Welcome to Niagara Vintage Wine Tours. Today we are going to be heading out to Pillitteri. We're going to be looking at some ice wine. They are the leaders of ice wine production. About 55% of their production is in ice wine. Now, I don't know what you guys know about ice wine, but let me...
Nothing.
We don't know nothing.
I mean, we've been in the field when someone else is picking the grapes, but...
It takes about 2 to 3 months to get into that fermentation process, get to the alcohol that they want.
How is it that you know so much about wine?
Myself, I've been a wine writer for over 16 years.
You're a wine writer and a wine driver.
Yeah.
Well, that's pretty cool.
So ice wine spends most of its time in stainless steel, probably about a year. Unless sometimes it goes into barrel, but that's very rare that we put ice wine into barrel. Pillitteri definitely puts some of their wines into barrel. Then from the steel tank, it goes into bottling. And here we are, guys. This is Pillitteri Estate wineries.
It looks so much different with the green foliage and no snow and frost.
It's not just a fruit stand anymore, although these look like some fruit trees.
These are
Look at
cherry
the cherries
trees,
are
guys.
going. Look at this. This is so much better in July than it is in January.
Don't mention the January, please.
It's amazing. Look at it. Oh, you guys are really smart wine people.
We're the wine smart people.
Well, thank you very much. That's catchy. I like
Kill
that.
2 birds with 1 stone.
Have a good one, guys.
Thanks, Mike.
Take care.
Wow. Hey.
Charlie.
This looks amazing. Charlie, I was not expecting this.
How's it going, guys?
Fantastic.
Welcome to Pillitteri.
Look at this. You did not buy that door. You made that door.
This is all new. This is the whole new tour center for Pillitteri. Just finished now.
I'm excited to see what's
Well,
behind
let's
the
go
door.
on in and have a look. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go and grab the wine.
Okay, that
And
sounds like a good
I'm
idea.
going to let you guys go down to the cellar
Okay.
and see if you know how to get in, because there's a secret
you
passage
gotta-
down there.
So there's a couple surprises.
And I'll meet you at the main table and we'll do some tasting.
All right.
I'm going to go grab the wines. I'll see you down there.
All right, I can't wait to see.
Secret passage.
I know. You ready for this? Holy cow. Wow. I've heard of steel magnolias, but steel grapes, that thing's got to weigh a metric ton. So where are we going?
He said the barrel cellar.
Check out the wall.
We'll follow this. Is this a barrel wall?
Those are barrel staves.
We're in the basement.
This is not the barrel cellar yet, Pat.
Step one. Okay.
He said we'd be surprised.
He said there was a secret wall, so let's.
He seems like a clapper kind of guy.
Okay.
Nothing.
Okay. Well, let's start
Here.
trying to feel it. Listen for air. Try to smell the
No,
wine.
this, I think, this feels hollow. No, let's go on 3. Okay?
Okay.
No, on 3.
Okay.
Oh.
Yes.
And
I
this
know that.
is a barrel cellar.
We got you, Charlie.
Welcome to the Pillitteri Wine Cellar, guys. And really, I want to pour you 3 wonderful ice wines today. This is
Can
Vidal ice
you
wine, which you'll notice
can
is
you
really
hear
nice and golden.
anything he's saying?
Rich
Not
and
really.
This is a Kerner, which is very rare, like it from the Riesling family. It's quite pretty though. And the last one's
I can't hear anything.
which is really nice and rosé and really pretty in the glass. Why don't you come down here and join me, guys?
Oh, that's a good idea. Of course. Yeah, that makes sense.
That makes sense.
This is a better idea because this table is long. Do you have a big family or what? Ice wine. It's always kind of been like a dessert thing. And now we're doing this episode and it's very, very different. So there's 3
So
different...
I poured 3 for us here, and they're all very different, as you can see. This is Vidal, which is really golden and rich and quite beautiful. And this is barrel aged. So this has actually spent some time in an oak barrel. So you have all of the intensity of the vanilla and the oak kind of extraction through the aging process. And then the Kerner is a very unique ice wine. Typically, you don't see a lot of Kerner ice wine in the world, but
I've never heard of it.
it's not as rich or sweet as the Vidal, but it's very beautiful. And the last one is Cabernet Franc ice wine, which I think is probably the most interesting of the group for me because it's the hardest to make and it's really, really huge red flavors. So if you like strawberries and berries and all those tastes, yeah.
Love it. Well, I want to try it.
All right,
I want
let's-
to taste
let's-
some of the difference here.
Let's have a taste.
I thought there was only one kind of ice wine.
We actually do 13 different styles of ice wine at Pillitteri.
This is the Vidal.
This is Vidal. So when you look at Vidal, it's kind of really got these really nice viscous kind of characteristics. This particular one we've become quite famous for is because it's our reserve and it's ageable. So we try to find the perfect balance with ice wine. So if you picture it as a perfect equilateral triangle where all the sides are perfect, one being acidity, sweetness, and alcohol. And then the third dimension, of course, is the pH. So you kind of get this 3-dimensional ice wine, but it's in perfect balance, and they'll age for a long time if all of those numbers work perfectly together.
So would this be like a scalene and this an isosceles triangle?
That's pretty good. Are you salivating like I am? Okay, I'm drinking this.
All right, we gotta do this.
When you
Salud.
salud. And this particular Vidal, you get all those honey, lychee, mango, marmalade kind of richness to them.
Yeah.
But then when you actually swallow the wine, it's not cloying sweet because there's natural acidity there, and it just sort of dances on your tongue. It's kind of like a party in your mouth.
Yeah.
So it's pretty fun, right?
And everyone's invited.
The next one
It's
is,
completely different.
you know what? This is like craziness when we make these sorts of wines.
Very different.
Oh,
It's
completely different from that
Yeah.
one, right? People say, oh, the ice wine, they're all the same. They're completely
No,
different. They're
this
all
one-
very different.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's
Barley
not
pear or
heavy.
something
It's
like
not
that,
syrupy
right.
at all.
No,
It's delicious.
with Kerner, the skins are really thin and you don't get a lot of juice at the end. You do get some, but you don't get as much. You have a little bit more kind of a freshness to this wine. This one's a little bit more intense and a little bit more rich. This is more fresh and fruity, like eating a really fresh pear.
And then we moved to Cab Franc.
The Vidal, the king of all the fruit, and the Riesling or the Kerner family wines are definitely the princess and the princes of the wines. But you know, when I look to the queen of wines, this is the queen because it has so much intensity, but it's so beautifully balanced.
Your Majesty.
Yeah,
But I'm noticing it comes on later.
it's a longer finish, right?
Yeah.
Because you have all that
Holy
red fruit. So probably in terms of balance,
Right.
and
Yeah,
winemaking,
It's
you
like
don't have as much fruit going into these wines as this wine. So this one you need a lot less Vidal to make this wine. You need a lot more Cabernet to make this wine. So it takes probably twice as much grapes to make the same amount of wine here than it does here.
Well, this is fantastic, and I want to eat something with this.
This is amazing.
Well, thank you very much.
Thanks so much,
Thanks a lot.
Let's go and pair.
I got a legs on this one.
Here.
Yeah.
Wow, look at this. So we just tried some of this wine. When we got here, we thought it was dessert wine. You've heard this, you know?
Myth,
Myth?
common myth.
Yeah.
Mythbuster.
For sure,
So
absolutely.
Charlie told us you were going to bust the myth
Well,
that ice wine is just for dessert.
it's not just for dessert. And I mean, in most kitchens and most restaurants, we use it for, you know, salads, appetizers, tacos.
Yeah, this stuff looks
Tacos.
amazing.
Yeah.
So what is it about? Yeah, is it because it's sweet? Everybody thinks you got to pair it with something sweet.
Well, I mean, I guess that is probably the traditional, you know, thought process behind it. But you don't have to. There's a lot of sweet components to what can be savory dishes as well.
So what are some of the things you think about when you're thinking what you're going to pair an ice wine with?
Well, you're kind of looking for the richness of what foods you're going to use, and then you want to cut it with the acidity and the sweetness of the ice wine, right? So,
Okay, so this is
Nice legs.
thanks. So we've got basically Niagara strawberry and Roquefort blue cheese salad, blonde frisee, toasted almonds, lemon curd vinaigrette.
that's so simple.
So simple,
looks so
simple,
rich.
light.
Doesn't look simple to me. It looks pretty complicated.
It's Niagara.
Pass me a fork.
Sir?
Thank you.
Sir?
Cheers.
Oh, so good.
Does the good soil for the winemaking translate to strawberries here too?
Well, you know, the strawberries are right down the road from here, so
Really?
yeah, it's
It's all in one.
can't be a bad combo, right? Same terroir.
Wow.
That's fresh.
I approve.
Very good.
Myth busted on that. Does not taste as sweet as it does when you drink it alone.
No, and then that's exactly it for a savory dish. The cheese will help. You know, it's not just for dessert.
That's a perfect pairing.
It's the perfect pairing.
So what's the next dish?
Scallop mousse de torchon, a little bit of microgreens, some tobiko, which is flying fish roe, pickled asparagus, pickled red onion salad with a little bit of grated egg on there as well.
Oh, wow.
Kind of creamy, rich, a little bit acidic.
So we're doing Vidal with this.
Yep. Yeah,
All right.
nice one.
Vidal Castro kind of takes charge, right?
Well, this was the sweetest. So I'm curious to see how it, so how should we put this on our fork?
Obviously, want to get a little bit of everybody, right?
Yeah.
So
Never paid so much attention in my life. This is critical.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Pat, I don't know if I should let you go first. You're probably going to wreck it.
Okay, well, I'll finish your part of that. I'm gonna go with a little different. I'm gonna put is that caviar?
it's flying fish roe. So yeah,
Flying
caviar.
fish roe in the bottom. Oh, I took
And
two of those.
there's no
No,
wrong,
you got to leave one for me.
there's no wrong way to eat it except to eat it all,
There you go.
not share.
All right.
Sorry. Oh wait, we gotta.
You're waiting for me?
Well, I'm waiting for the wine, but I'll wait for you too. Let's experience this.
Why am I not?
You can do it.
There we go.
listen,
I hope you got that.
We're
up.
not shy.
That's a lot going on in there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
So again, scallops lend very well to sweet things, right? So the sweetness in the Vidal is nice. This is a little more full-bodied actually than the Cab Franc.
Yeah.
So It'll go nicely with the acidity and the asparagus and the onions. And then the scallop mousse is a little bit more smooth, a little fattier, kind of cleans your palate
Yeah, it's
off.
great. It does clean the palate off. I was just thinking that.
I want my family to experience this, but there's no way I could ever do this.
Well, yeah, you could.
You could come to one of our restaurants. And
That would probably be
we could help you
easier.
out with that. Yeah.
Do you have any gift certificates on you? No.
Okay, what are you cooking up here?
But we're doing a Sheridan's apple cider braised pork belly taco. Some pork belly is seared off and then braised with some Pommery mustard and a little bit of cider. Put a little bit of the Kerner ice wine in there as well. So there's your
Pat?
Thank you.
pork
What about
belly.
the blue cheese?
Oh, the blue cheese was with the strawberry salad.
Okay,
I just
okay.
had it out there because it's nice to look at.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, it's a presentation, right? So
Cheers to
gentlemen.
this.
Cheers.
Now,
Yeah, all right. Step 2.
Pat, you do the honors. She gets
All right.
first
Get
one.
in there.
All right. Yeah, tuck you in like a nice little baby.
Mm. I
Do
feel
you-
another cheers coming on.
Do like a burrito?
What
Yeah.
we're doing? Taco
Cheers.
cheers. Cheers, gentlemen.
Oh. Mm.
Come on, Bob.
Not bad. It's delicious.
You're dripping.
I'm dripping.
You're dripping. I'm sipping.
This is fantastic. So, 3 non-desserts that were delicious. They were fantastic. Now my only question is, where do you go from here?
To bed.
After a few more glasses.
3 more glasses. Cheers to that. That was fantastic.
Cheers,
Thank you.
gentlemen.
Hi, we know Charlie.
Charlie Pillitteri.
Yeah, he said that we could each have 1 bottle.
They're both one bottle. They're just different quantities.
Yeah, but it's 1 bottle. He said because of CorkScrewed,
He said have 1 bottle. Text him.
because we know him. That worked out pretty well,
Another successful adventure.
I'd say. Think Charlie's gonna be mad?
No. Guy's surrounded by wine.
He'll get over it. Hey everyone, thanks for watching. We really appreciate it. If you liked it, could you like it? Could you like it? I mean, like it. There's a thumbs up. Could you like it? We really appreciate it if you could like it. And if you want to stay connected to what we're doing, just hit the subscribe button. And there's a little notification bell, and every time we post a new episode or a clip, you'll be the first to know. Thanks.